Hello, you're watching the English News Bulletin on QPVN channel. I'm Nguyen, and now let me keep you up to date with the headlines. General Secretary LUONG works with Singaporean Ministry of Education. President CUONG works with Ministry of Foreign Affairs. NINH province builds tourism products rich in cultural values. Within his official visit to Singapore on March the 13th, General Secretary LUONG worked with Singaporean Minister of Education Chan Chung-sing and leaders of leading universities in the country. Minister Chan Chung-sing introduced Singapore's education and training system and some directions for science, technology and innovation development being implemented by the Singapore's leading universities. He agreed with the policy of promoting cooperation in human resource training for Vietnam to meet development requirements in the new era. Appreciating Singapore's achievements in education and science technology, General Secretary LUONG emphasized that the Vietnam-Singapore relationship has been upgraded to a comprehensive strategic partnership, not only expanding but also improving the quality of cooperation. The party chief of Vietnam asked Singapore's leading universities to share their experience in implementing cooperation between the government, universities, and businesses to realize the scientific and technological studies that meet practical requirements. On March the 13th in Hanoi, President CUONG worked with leaders of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs on foreign affairs, worked with the Office of the President and relevant agencies on amnesty work and preparations for the 6th meeting of the National Defense and Security Council. President CUONG called for focused and practical diplomacy, closely following foreign affairs priorities and balancing outbound and inbound delegations across party, state, and people-to-people diplomacy. These efforts would help consolidate a peaceful and stable environment, contributing to safeguarding the fatherland early and from afar, and achieving over 8% of economic growth this year. Working with the President's Office on Amnesty Work, the President asked the government, the Supreme People's Court, the Supreme People's Procuracy, and relevant agencies to well carried out amnesty work, ensuring democracy, fairness, and transparency, strengthening dissemination work so that people can participate in monitoring the amnesty implementation process, thus joining hands to help amnestied people return and reintegrate into the community. At the 6th meeting of the National Defense and Security Council, the President asked agencies to focus on analyzing, forecasting, and accurately assessing the situation and important strategic issues that impact the country's defense security, thus handling any arising situations in a timely manner. In the framework of the official visit to Singapore by General Secretary LUONG, on the morning of March the 13th, General Phan Van Giang, Minister of National Defense, met with Singaporean counterpart Ng Heng. General Phan Van Giang said that the upgrade of the relationship between the two countries to comprehensive strategic partnership during the visit of General Secretary LUONG marks a historic milestone, opening a new chapter in the bilateral relations. General Phan Van Giang expressed his belief that defense and security cooperation between the two countries would undergo new, stronger, and more substantial and effective developments, continuing to be one of the important pillars of the Vietnam-Singapore Comprehensive Strategic Partnership. General Phan Van Giang expressed his satisfaction with the results of the reliable and substantive defense cooperation between the two sides in recent times, affirming that Vietnam supports Singapore in its role as co-chair of the ADMM Plus Experts Working Group on Humanitarian Assistance and Disaster Relief with New Zealand for the 2024-2027 period. He suggested the two sides continue to coordinate closely on major issues in the framework of the ADMM and ADMM Plus, such as handling foreign relations between ADMM and its partner countries. Minister Eung shared the same view that bilateral defense cooperation in recent time has made an important contribution to enhancing political trust and deepening relations between the two countries. He affirmed that a Singaporean side would continue to closely coordinate with the Vietnamese Ministry of National Defense to effectively implement the agreed cooperation contents. The two sides hope to continue to increase the exchange of delegations at all levels, especially at the high level, while effectively maintaining existing consultation and dialogue mechanisms. Considering the establishment of the Air Force consultation mechanism, strengthening cooperation in training through the promotion of the signing of agreement on training cooperation, promoting cooperation between military services and corps, and in search and rescue, maritime security, enhancing cooperation in military medicine and cyber security. Also on March the 13th, the Ministry of National Defense and the Ho Chi Minh City People's Committee held a conference to review the implementation of the military defense task associated with socio-economic development in the locality. Sing Lieutenant General Võ Minh Luông, Deputy Minister of National Defense and Vice Chairman of the Ho Chi Minh City People's Committee Bùi Xuân Cường co-chaired the conference. The delegates discussed the proposal for the Ministry of National Defense to study and coordinate with the Ho Chi Minh City People's Committee to survey and implement housing construction projects for officers and soldiers associated with social housing for the locals in the locality. In the coming time, the Deputy Minister asked the two working groups of the Ministry of National Defense and the Ho Chi Minh City People's Committee to closely coordinate to advise measures to effectively implement the contents of leadership and direction of carrying out military defense tasks associated with socio-economic development in Ho Chi Minh City, helping build a city of sustainable development. In the military environment, alongside the development of specialized knowledge and military skills, cadets at the political university are also trained in essential soft skills to become political officers with strong character, integrity, and leadership capacities. One of the key subjects playing a vital role in shaping their character and boosting their confidence is music. For the cadets at the political university, music lessons like these not only enrich their knowledge, but also nurture their character and strengthen their resolve, helping them become more resilient and confident in fulfilling their duties.
Tôi cảm thấy những tiết học như vậy rất chi là thú vị.
I find these music lessons both enjoyable and inspiring. They provide a welcome break from our military-focused training, offering relaxation while expanding our knowledge of music. These lessons not only enrich us, but also prepare us for our future roles as political officers, where we will guide soldiers in singing songs that support their physical and emotional well-being. Music and arts play a vital role in the personal development of cadets, helping cement unity, boost confidence, and cultivate leadership abilities in future officers. When we were tasked with supporting the political university to teach music, we approached it with a strong sense of responsibility as military instructors. We recognize that this program plays a vital role in equipping cadets with essential soft skills that are crucial when they graduate and assume their roles as political officers. It not only boosts their confidence, but also deepens their appreciation of music. Additionally, the program is designed to enhance their ability to engage in mass mobilization and foster greater political harmony. The party committee and the school's leadership are deeply committed to providing cadets with a well-rounded education, ensuring that upon graduation they are equipped with the necessary qualities, skills, health, and the prestige expected of a political officer. Among the many areas of focus, cultural and arts play a crucial role. This subject is designed to help cadets build confidence in their future responsibilities in political and party work at the grassroots level, while also contributing to the improvement of political, cultural, and spiritual life at the unit. Incorporating music and the arts into training not only enriches the spiritual life, but also helps cultivate the image of a soldier who is both resilient and emotionally intelligent, with creativity and readiness to tackle any assigned missions.
Coming up next, Vietnam bolsters cooperation with EIB in green energy projects. Ninh Province builds tourism products rich in cultural values. On March the 13th in Hanoi, receiving Vice President of European Investment Bank Nicolas Beer, Deputy Prime Minister Trần Hồng Hà affirmed that Vietnam has always placed great importance on and is committed to further strengthening its relationship with the EU and enhancing cooperation with EIB.
Deputy Prime Minister Trần Hồng Hà highly lauded the EIB's proposal on credit loans for Vietnam's energy projects to implement the Just Energy Transition Partnership, especially offshore wind power projects and smart grid initiatives. The Deputy Prime Minister also informed the EIB Vice President about green projects that the bank can consider for credit support, such as reducing emissions in agricultural production, notably a project on developing 1 million hectares of high-quality and low-emission rice in association with green growth in the Mekong Delta region by 2030, and building urban and high-speed railways. Ms. Nicolas Beer said that in the coming time, EIB would focus on promoting preferential credits for green transport infrastructure projects, green energy, supporting green transformation, decarbonization, and emission reduction for small and medium-sized enterprises.
Ninh Bình is proud to be the first capital of Vietnam in the 10th century, with many historical and cultural relics, scenic spots becoming attractive tourist destinations. That is but the potential and resource for the locality to build a cultural heritage brand with high recognition and competitiveness. Over the past times, localities in Ninh Bình province have made utmost efforts to build tourism products rich in cultural values, not only to appeal tourists but also to boost the traditional cultural values of Vietnam in general and Ninh Bình province in particular to the world.
When stepping foot at Thiên Hà Cave tourist area in Nho Quan district, a group of tourists from Singapore was warmly welcomed with the gong performance of the Muong people and was amazed by the image of Muong girls wearing colorful costumes and bright smiles. We were very surprised by the locals' warm welcome. I've never been to Vietnam yet have learned a lot about its ethnic culture. I will definitely come back for more. To make eco-tourism, green tourism associated with culture, history and heritage one of the important highlights to build typical products, Ninh Bình province has given priorities and investment resources to exploit and form tourist products rich in cultural values, such as heritage bars to enjoy Ninh Bình city at night, or Ninh Bình Tourism Week themed the golden color of Tam Cốc, attracting a large number of tourists. In the coming time, we'll focus on exploiting historical and cultural values, especially those associated with the process of prehistoric people living in Chang'an or those associated with the dynasty of that Govia state. This land has many interesting historical stories, thus creating educational playgrounds for the younger generation to better understand the cultural history of Ninh Bình as well as the whole country. Along with developing intra-provincial tourism, Ninh Bình has linked investment and tourism development with tourism centers and worldwide sphere reserve tourist routes. To develop tourism into a spearhead economic sector, many strategic solutions have been implemented by Ninh Bình, making tourism the most important pillar to lead industries and fields to develop in a green and sustainable direction.
And that's all for now. Remember, you can always watch the news again at QPVN.vn. Now, thank you for watching and hope to see you next time.